channel. So I've just realised I was looking through some of my older videos, I never actually say my YouTube name. So welcome back to Colour Me Stress Free. Now I've been working on this page for the past 2 or 3 nights. It's took quite a while, this one, because I've not been doing as much colouring in the evenings, so it has took me a little bit longer. But this image is out of Magical Dawn by Hanna. I went ahead and purchased a second copy of this purely because this is my favourite one out of them all, and I wanted to do some of the images again, and I wanted to do a comparison to some of the pictures that I've done a year or 2 ago to now. So I will show you at the end of the video if I remember my page from before, but I've done most of this now. And there goes my dogs, you will hear them. I'm trying to make this more of a relaxed video and not do much editing, so you might hear noises from the outside because the patio doors are open, and you might hear the dogs walking past. Anyway, I did use Inktense for the background, did my usual splatter effect, but for a change I pulled out my Neocolor 2s and went round all of the illustration with them. I've not used them crayons in the longest time, and same goes with the skin. I used pan pastels and I've not used them in the longest time, and polychromos for the tattooed areas, and then for everything else, oh no, I used polychromos for the hair with a white gel pen. This gel pen, this is the Uniball Signal broad one, so I'm bobbing between that one and the Arteza. I like them both just as much. And then everything else, like all these leaves and feathers, are Inktense, and I'm going to be using Inktense again today to do all these details. I'm not sure about the jewellery, I'm not sure, but I have pulled out my pencils and I want to go with a similar colour scheme. I think we'll do more blues than purples, but we will pop a little bit of purple in there. And of course I'm not prepared. I need to get my little swatch book out because the Inktense definitely do look different before they're activated. So here we go. So what sort of blues do I want? I like the deep blue, bright blue actually. I like bright blue, which is this one. We'll use that one. We'll use Lagoon. Where is that one? There it is. And then a either deep violet or dark purple. Dark purple, that's the first thing I come across. So let's just get started and sharpen these first. I've been really enjoying using the Inktense again. I think I'm getting a little bit more confident as well with them, and I hope that that's coming across on camera, because I am really proud of this so far. Really proud of it. She does need all these little itty bits doing as well. I think I'm going to go with silver for the jewellery, or like a rose gold maybe. We'll see. So let's bring you in ever so slightly. I have attempted to paint my nails just with normal nail polish. I think I'm just going to do this video as a colouring chat. Like I said, I just want it to be more of a relaxed one, but I did I was going to use gel on my nails, but honestly I couldn't be bothered. So I just popped a little bit of polish on them, and I didn't do them great. Actually I'm going to go over the whole area with this, because these little dots I'm going to use the Sakura Jelly Roll pen, the glazed one. Oh, and I have got backups. Now, these are a bargain off Amazon. For these 6, I think it was 12 or 13 pounds, and they came in 3 days, 2 days I want to say. Yeah, really fast shipping. It wasn't prime shipping, they just came by normal post. But I've got plenty of backups of them now, so I'm pleased about that. So we'll just pop the Lagoon down first, and then we'll move on to the bright blue and then dark purple. So that's the order that I'm probably going to do it in. I'm wondering whether I just want to do it all shaded, like all as one instead of doing it separate. I'm going to do that. Hello. So I've just dropped my daughter off at nursery, and I'm filming this early because I'm worried that the nursery is going to ring me up and say come pick her up because she's suffering really bad with hay fever. She was up last night at about 10:30 till almost 2 o'clock, crying, whinging, spluttering. So yeah, I'm half expecting them to ring me up. So I want to try and get done what I want to get done in the day this early, and I can sit down for an hour or two this afternoon. And I've just started listening to the second Harry Potter book, so I want to squeeze a little bit of that in as well if I can. So let's get this wet. Yep, so I'm super duper tired today, all thanks to her. Let's start at the top and then pull the colour down, I think, and then we'll go the opposite way to blend it. Just be careful of the edges. Let's wipe off that excess. Clean the brush off completely and start pulling some of that colour up. Someone had a little Shih Tzu puppy at nursery then. I couldn't help but stop and ask, can I have a stroke of it? He was really cute, a little boy. Oh, that will dry a little bit lighter as well. So we'll just do the same thing on all of them and then add the jelly roll. So I hope everyone's doing okay. Like I said, well, not just me, my husband, we really are having a bit of a difficult couple of months. I'm hoping that the luck will turn for us. I really am. But on the plus, I'm going visiting my daughter's new school tonight, which I'm really looking forward to. Going meeting the teachers, seeing what facilities they've got, what the plan ahead is. And they will be nipping into nursery as well to meet her a couple of times before she starts, which will be nice. She's not had physio in a couple of weeks. We have given her a little bit of a break. She's going to go and see the private physio next weekend, I do believe it is. And then we're in the process at the moment. I need to ring them back up this morning because it's only been a week. I had to ring here in the UK we've got a place called, it's wheelchair service and it's through the NHS. So they provide her with the wheelchair, but we're having a lot of issues with it. It just needs readjusting. The feet plates aren't right, the harness over her chest isn't right. And I phoned up last week and they said that they would contact me with an appointment, which they haven't yet, and it's getting bad. The straps on her feet, it's actually causing her little bruises on her ankles. And then to go along with that, the boots that she's meant to be wearing, the little pedro boots, they're too small. So we've got an appointment on the 29th for her to go and get measured up for a new pair of them. So at the moment I just bought her some little copy Converse with Minnie Mouse on, so she's just wearing them for nursery. But they're not the best for her needs. So you can see how it's drying a lot lighter there. I did add a lot of water on that, so I hope that it doesn't bleed through. I've not prepped this page as well with anything, so this is just the paper that I'm going straight on. I don't feel the need to do that in any of Hannah's books. They're not like the Create Space where it's really thin, so I'll get away with it with this one. And then we want the dark purple. Someone's doing a bit of building. Could hear the horses out as well this morning. Can't hear them there though. And then we want the, well that was right, I wanted the dark purple, and then the darkest one was Lagoon, which I'm going to add a little bit less. I think I went a little bit overboard with that one. Yep, someone was doing some work. So we did have some nice plans for this week. As you were aware, I did stupidly dislocate my kneecap. I am on the road now to recovery. I've got to wait till the end of the month before I've got my first telephone physio appointment. And then I've got an MRI as well booked in for the end of the month, then to see the specialist to actually find out what damage I'd done to it. But that week was already booked off by my husband, and we had all these different things planned, but obviously we didn't manage to do any of them. So he's booked Thursday, Friday off this week, and we've planned to go to the Trafford Centre. It's like a big shopping centre on Thursday, have some dinner together, do a bit of shopping in peace without any kids, which we've not done in nearly 4.5 years. So it'll just be our luck that she's going to be off nursery with the hay fever. But I'm keeping my fingers crossed, I'm keeping everything crossed that that's not going to be the case, because we need to spend some time together on our own, because I think me and my husband have started going a bit barmy. We're cracking up. We just need a little bit of what we used to have together, time on our own. Because it's his birthday as well on Saturday. Dark purple. So it's his birthday on Saturday. We're meant to be going out for a meal tomorrow evening to my favourite place, the steakhouse. And then we're going for an Indian, which is his favourite place, over the weekend. Again, all depending how she gets on. If she's not so well, we won't be able to even go out in the evening, because the sitter, like my mother-in-law, that's who's going to be looking after her, she can't really deal with her when she's ill. When she's being a little grump, she can't deal with her. So please keep everything crossed that she doesn't get ill and the hay fever doesn't get worse, because I need a little bit of normality. I really do. You see how beautifully these blend out. I really do go through phases of different sort of mediums that I bob between. So we ended up having a lovely barbecue on Sunday, and we did that for what colour am I looking for here? Bright blue. We did that for my mother-in-law's birthday, and that was really nice. We had lovely weather. It was quite humid. It was quite humid, and the sun was in and out, but the football was on that day. So I had my husband and my brother-in-law watching that, which I am not into football at all. If it was just my husband and me in the house, I would have been sat here with my headphones in. But because we had company, I couldn't do that. I'm going to do all three of these actually. Get the ink down first, and we'll activate them all. Yeah, but the food was lovely. I need to see the butchers that my dad works at. I've got a big hamper of meat and frozen loads, so me and him can sit down one evening when the kids are upstairs and have a nice barbecue just together. Am I picking the right colour? No, that's lagoon, so we want dark purple. But I'm really pleased with how this is turning out so far, so I hope that I don't mess it up with this part, but so far so good. Hello Evie. Evie, where's Rolo? If you ever hear me say Noodle as well, I do call my dog Noodle, and she does respond to that. We just did since she was a puppy. Noodle? Noodle? Until she responds to Noodle, and she responds to Eva. I can't remember the reason why. I think I used to call her Noodle Poodle, even though she's not a poodle. And lagoon just at the tip. I've been watching a lot of David Attenborough again recently. Really enjoying some of his older stuff. Don't get me wrong, I love the old, the new stuff, because the graphics and the camera stuff has just developed over time. But yeah, you can't beat some of the older stuff, like the natural world ones. The one's all about insects. I can't stand any sort of insects, but if David Attenborough's talking about them, David Attenborough could probably talk about paint drying. I'd still listen to him. I really could. He's just got that sort of voice. But I ended up going to sleep last night with the sound of rain on YouTube on my phone, because she was still whinging, and I thought, right, she's safe, she's in her bed. Her bed's all padded all the way around. Thought she's safe, and I've gone in so many times now, I've given up, I'm not going in again. So I put, it's like rain and thunder sounds on my phone. I didn't put my headphones in or anything, so I could still hear her, but it was just muting it out ever so slightly. So yeah, so when my alarm went off this morning, the sound of rain was still playing. Right, so I think I'm going to let that dry completely. I'm not going to use the heat gun, because I did use the heat gun on the outer edges, and it has made it bend a little bit. So I'm not going to do it anymore. I'll just let that dry naturally. It should be dry that in a couple of minutes. And then I'm not sure if I want to use Inktense on this area and then this Jura. And then we'll do the flowers next, actually. We'll do the flowers. So I've left that a good 10 minutes, I want to say, 10 minutes. And I'm going to work on these little stems. I probably should have done these, that colour, and that was an Inktense, so I'm going to have to try my best to colour match. We'll see. I've still not got round to as well, and it's, again, I'm using an excuse of my life because it is difficult to sorting everything out. I was looking for, it was bloody this, I was looking for this container, and it took me nearly half an hour to locate this container, because I needed that sharpener in particular. Is good for nail colour 2s. I needed that yesterday, and oh my god, because what happened, I just shoved everything into the drawers. It's not organised, there's just stuff everywhere in these drawers. It just needs sorting out. And because well, number one, because I'm still in pain and I'm still hobbling, I've just not got the motivation to take everything back out again and sort everything out. So my main things are sorted, like at the side of me I've got watercolours in 2 of the drawers, diamond painting in another drawer, dog's barking, and all my colour pencils are at the side of me, just on the floor at the minute, because like I said, I've not even sorted them out. So I just need the motivation. So can anybody give me any motivation, any videos to watch, just to give me some ideas to sort all this out again, because I don't like living in this. This to me is just chaos. It is chaos. I've even got on the side here, I bought these yesterday from Tesco. I went to pick up some Father's Day presents, and I picked them up, and I walked out with these for myself, and these are my favourite chocolates, and these are just left out on the side. That is not me. That is not me. So I don't know what's going on. Am I in frame there? I am. I don't know what's going on. I'm doing all the basic, the housework that I need to do, but regarding my desk and things for myself, it's just a mess. And I just need to tell myself, sort it out, because nobody else is going to do it, and I don't want anybody else to do it, because I won't know where half the things are. But maybe if I got like just some sticky labels to put on my drawers, and that'll make me more organised, or give me the motivation to actually organise it, I don't know. So we'll just do this little bunch first, this one at its own, and then them, I think. So that was the fuchsia, and then I've got the peacock blue, which I'm only going to use a little bit of this one. I don't know if I put a very, very slight amount there. Same thing. It's really, really pigmented, this colour. And then we'll use a finer brush this time. I'm using the Kuretake water brushes again. I do really like these ones. And start pulling the colour up. So work from the top, get the darkest wet and pull it up. Just like that. There's going to be too much on there, so I'll wipe that away. My son's doing his mocks as well at the minute. He did his art one yesterday. So he was practicing on Sunday how to draw a rose, sketch a rose. And it turned out really nice actually. I wish I knew where he'd put it in his bedroom to show you, because he is, when it comes to sketching and drawing, he is really talented, but it doesn't really interest him to do it. If I could sketch like him, I'd be doing it every night. And I've even said just do some original art and I'll colour it, but he's not interested. I think it's a teenager thing. He's not really interested in much apart from the computer at the minute. Is anybody else's teenagers like that? Or just mine? Yeah, that goes together beautifully. I was gonna do contrasting colours, but I'm glad that I didn't now. Just making sure that you can see. So we'll do that one and that other little bunch on the other side, and then I will try and colour match. I was silly, why didn't I do them in the first place? Oh, very annoying. I don't know if I want to use stickles on this as well. I've not used stickles in a little bit. I want it to be this picture more about the Inktense than anything else, so maybe no stickles. I don't want to take away from all this detail that I've done. Wipe off the brush. I put a lot of water on there then, so let's pick some of that up, blend it up. Just like that. Evie, there's nothing out there, and even if there was, you run away from the birds. So let's do this portion now. I'm not sure what to do about these bits. She just shoots, she'll growl, she'll sit there and growl, and if a pigeon comes in the garden she'll go for it, chase it, and then when she gets right near it she'll stop. I don't think she realises what she's meant to do. The very top one. Same with the hair. I was going to do the hair purple last night and I thought it's going to be too much. So what other colour can I pick from? So I sort of used the white of this background here. And I thought I'll pull that colour over and make it like a silvery grey colour. And it looks like I've put a little bit of toner in it as well. Just on the very ends of the stems, just with the darkest shade. And let's blend that out. It's lovely today. It is the right temperature for me today. I think once I've finished filming I am going to sit in the garden and have some breakfast. The sun isn't blurring, it's got a nice breeze out there. I'm not one for this warm weather at all. I nearly bought a fan from, I was at Costco at the weekend, and I'm kicking myself now that I didn't buy this fan, because it was really reasonably priced as well. I think the dogs are going to start barking in a minute. No, I'm just growling. Yeah, I've got a hungry tummy now. I think I'm going to have some crumpets with butter. I've been having dippy eggs a lot lately. Like boiled egg, dippy egg. Boiled egg with toast. I've been having that a lot lately. So I think I'll change it up a bit and have some crumpets. Knit them off of my stomach because they are is. Right, so the gel pen, I'm still using the very last. Where is it? Where are you? There you are. I'm still using the very last tiny little bit that I've got left in here. I'll see if we can use it all up now. Just to do some of these areas. I don't feel a need or want to go in and shade these any more than they already are. So can I get the rest of this out? It looks like I can. So like that. I don't know whether to do these areas. Let's just do the little dots and see how I feel. And then we need to get them stems out the way. So I don't know why I never ever say my channel name on my channel. I never say like, welcome, I'm Debbie from Colour Me Stress Free. I don't know. I need to get into a habit really of saying that. I don't know whether to add the black to there. I don't know. I'm going to have a little think about this and then sort the dogs out and come back. Right, so that's the dog sorted. I'm not off camera, I just picked my colours. I'm pretty sure these are the ones that I used. Light olive and then beach green. Beach green? Yeah. Just to get these out of the way, just so they're matching the rest. I don't know how on earth I missed these out. I do that with diamond painting as well a lot. I think I've got all the colours in one section that I'm doing, and I always, for the life of me, I don't know where I do it. Always miss an area. I'm working on another Spell Queen one at the minute, a dolphin one that I'm going to give to my mum. She wants that framed. Whoops, I just kicked my bin. She wants that framed for her bathroom. So I'm not even a quarter of the way through it. Again, I go through spurts where I'll sit down and do diamond painting for a week and no colouring, and then I'll not touch it for a week or two, even a couple of months. So I might pull that out tonight. There's another stem, there it is, and another one there. So let's just get these filled in. I think I am going to put black in these areas. I've decided. I want to use the rest of that gel pen up and get it popped in the bin, get a fresh one. And this one. And then this very last one here. Talking about hay fever, I don't suffer from hay fever at all, but this year in the evenings, like, they can go back over there now. In the evenings in particular, I've got my door open at the side. I find myself being very nasally and coughing a little bit, but come the morning it's gone. So yeah, very strange. I need to get closer because I can't really see the lines because of the light. So I'm hoping that's right. Let me just move it up. There's a little bit there that I've missed. That should be alright. Like that. I should be able to use all this gel pen up now. And that one's okay. Oh look, there is nobody out there. There's not even anybody walking past. God forbid if we lived on a main road, she'd be barking and whinging all the time. She's scared of her own shadow, this dog, so I don't know why she does it. Can you hear the little huffs? The whoo, whoo. Not a very good Rollo impression, but you know. Some man has started to bring a chihuahua to nursery. I noticed yesterday for the first time, I said to him, oh, I've got two at home. This was a boy. And then this very last one. I I'm really undecided what to do about the jewellery. I think I will try and colour it. I've got my Prismacolors out here on the desk. I'm going to try and colour the jewellery, and I don't know whether to use Inktense or not. And that's one thing I'm a little bit nervous about. What colour could I use though for the Inktense if I did? We've got some nice grey. I like Payne's grey. And then we could pop a little bit of shadow over the top maybe. Yeah, let's just do that. So where's my Payne's grey? There's my Payne's grey. We'll go around all of these edges, I think, of the jewellery. Try and be a little bit more careful here because it is on the skin. A little bit more forgiving on this side. You don't have to use these pencils as well straight on the page. You could colour. There's a Caran d'Ache, like a plastic palette that works really well with these. You can just colour straight onto them and then pick the colour up like that. So brush it. Let's get this activated. And with the excess, start pulling the colour. I might not leave that there like that because I might end up using Inktense and go over the top, but we shall see. Yeah, I like that. I am going to use Inktense for this bit, so this might have been pointless me doing this. But you're probably going to think I'm mad with what I'm going to do. I want the thistle again. Whoops, red violets. And then a tiny bit of blue. We'll use the peacock blue again, try and keep it all similar. So the red violet, I'm going to put a lot of this down. These highlighted bits I'll put back in later with gel pen. Try and get as much ink down as I can to go for the effect that I want. Peacock blue. This might not work. I might have just completely destroyed it. And then the thistle. But I think it'll be okay. I think it'll be better than okay. I think it'll be nice. I'll have to do the same as well with the bits of jewellery at the top. Payne's grey needs to stay out for that little bit there. Yeah, it does. Let's have a drinky. Let's get this mixed. Actually, I'm going to use a bigger brush. Plenty of water. Let's activate this. Clean the brush off, clean water again. Let's bring some of that blue in it. And again, same thing. I'll leave that to completely dry. It will dry nicely, that. So these little pieces of jewellery at the top, I'll do the exact same thing as well with them. So the red violet. And then peacock blue. And then the thistle. And we will add the highlights back in. The bigger brush again. I mean, it's not a big brush, but it's bigger than the one I was using. And let's blend this out. Put a little bit too much water in there then, for a smaller area. I'm really pleased with them. I'm really pleased with them. The little diamonds on her face, I think we're going to go ahead and make them match, but I will use a smaller brush. So this up. I'm going to have to be super duper careful here. I really don't want to go on her face. And then the peacock blue. And the very last one was it weren't paint grade, I bet, it was the lighter one, it was red violet. And let's activate this. I've gone quiet because I'm really trying to concentrate. I don't want to go on any of her skin here. Right, there you go. And then I just want a little bit of Payne's Grey just at the top here, but I'm going to have to let that completely dry before I start messing around. I do want a darker grey, so let's put some of these back before I get confused. A peacock blue, and go back. And a big fly's just decided to fly in. Great. Indian ink. So let's give this one a sharpen. I'll add some shade into this, it's like a gunmetal, isn't it? Gunmetal. Her lips, I'm just going to play it safe and use Prismacolor, I think. Just to really play it safe. So let's add a little bit of darkness to these. Just to add a tiny little bit of depth so they're not one colour. So I'm going to activate it, wipe off the brush and then pull the colour. Just like that. I just don't want a really sharp line. So maybe I'm better if I wet the area first, then pull the colour like that and it'll bleed. That's probably a better idea. Just like that. Very nice. Same thing up here. And I'm going to do all of this area in this colour, I think. And the darker shade, which was the Indian ink. Just like that, and let's get that activated. Clean off my brush. And again, and let's blend these two colours together. Just like that. Oh, I'm really pleased with how this has turned out. I'm really happy with it. I'm not about the glitter today, I don't think. I don't think I want to add anything else more to this page. Just double checking. All I need to do now is just wait for these to dry and then pop back in the highlights. So we'll be right back. I almost forgot about her lips as well. Nearly. Let's add these highlights back in, just with a white gel pen. I'm not going to do anything crazy, I'm just going to put them where Hannah had already put them. And then just on the jewels. And then for the lips, I want to keep it quite neutral. I don't want to do anything too crazy. So I've just got my Prismacolors because they was here, they were right. And I'm going to use Nectar. Just a very light layer of that. I believe that's the one side. Actually, I'm not going to use that. I'm going to use my white to blend out. And then just a slightly darker shade, Nectar. Just like this. Blend that out with a white Prismacolor. I just want them quite neutral and quite plain. So that is her, that is her done. I'm so happy with the outcome of this, even though it did take a lot longer than usual. I'm really happy with the Inktense, the blending of it, the vibrancy of the colours. I enjoyed the background probably more than anything because backgrounds are my thing. I did forget at the end of the video, I told you I would, but I'm going to show you the page that I already did of this one. if I can quickly find it. She says, and she's not going to be able to find it. Am I looking in the right book here? Yeah, Magical Dawn. Why is it that's always the case? That you look for a page and you can never find it. Oh, was that it? No. Oh, there we go. There we go. We find it at last. Right, so this is the one that we've just finished. And this is the one that I did in June 2019. I literally remember sitting at the couch doing this one. And I was so happy with it at the time. So happy. So I'm not going to be able to show you probably side by side. But if I just show you like that, that's the girls' faces. So that was 2 years ago. And if I just show you like this, I am so happy with my progress in the last 2 years. So practice, practice, practice is all I can say. Really is all I can say. Yeah, I do hope that you enjoyed the video. Please give me a big thumbs up and subscribe if you're new, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.